My friend DJ Spoonie is on the radio. It's a Moses production for BBC Radio 2. I'd like all of you lot because I couldn't and I wouldn't want to do it without you. I'll see you next week. Mwah. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. 4 teaching unions in England have announced their intention to hold joint strikes, which could see more full school closures in the months ahead. So far, only the National Education Union has enough backing from its members to organise walkouts, with their next strike planned for Tuesday. 3 other unions are balloting their members to take part in future. The government said coordinated action would be unreasonable. Simon Kidwell is the president-elect of one of the unions, the National Association of Head Teachers.
I know that the parents in our school community, where I'm a school principal, they are supportive of the school teacher because they realise the big picture. And the big picture is we cannot recruit and retain teachers. Teaching is becoming quite an unattractive profession for young people. In terms of pay, it's been eroded over the last 10 years. It doesn't have the flexibility that many jobs have post-COVID.
The government's expected to implement a 5% pay rise for many NHS staff in England after members of the GMB union voted in favour of the deal. The union represents ambulance workers and other staff. Both the Royal College of Nursing and Unite have rejected pay offers and still plan to go on strike. 6 evacuation flights for UK nationals in Sudan are to end at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. People with UK passports are being urged to make their way to the airfield near Khartoum as soon as possible. The government said the operation had so far rescued more than 1,500 people. The Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden said there'd been a slowdown in demand.
Every single British national that has come forward and their eligible dependents has been put safely onto a plane. We are seeing those numbers declining significantly, and just like other countries, as those numbers decline, we have put an end date on this.
Richard Sharp has resigned as the chairman of the BBC in relation to his involvement in the facilitation of a loan guarantee for Boris Johnson. An independent inquiry found he'd failed to declare information which could be a potential conflict of interest. Mr Sharp had contacted the Cabinet Office to try to arrange a meeting with a businessman who had said he could help Mr Johnson with his financial problems. Mr Sharp said the error was inadvertent. The former Commissioner for Public Appointments, Sir Peter Riddell, says there are questions about Mr Johnson's conduct.
That was outside the remit of Adam Heppenstall's inquiry, but he himself was conflicted, and there's an issue, should he have recused himself from the appointment, given he knew about Richard Sharp helping him out on this loan.
And a voluptuous mermaid statue has been causing a splash in a village in southern Italy. The sculpture, which overlooks a children's playground, has large breasts and buttocks, prompting some to suggest that it's too provocative. But the head of Monopoly Art School in Puglia, whose students helped design it, say it's a tribute to curvy women. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 9.
1 2 1 2 mic check.
DJ Spoonie. The Good Groove 90s Party Mix.
Thank you to Michelle for the past 2 hours. DJ Spoonie here with you live from Radio 2 headquarters, also known as R2 HQ, continuing the all-important, fantastic Friday night vibes. Now, if you fancy a shout out on the show, it's easy. Just flex those fingers and tell us whether you're staying in, or if you are going out tonight. I'm poised and ready to take the Good Groove register.